Yeah. So back up here in Atlanta, the Atlanta used to be the Chick-fil-A game, whatever it is now, Allstate or somebody, the game where they have the old hat, the old helmet. You got Tennessee favored by 13.5 taking on Syracuse. This is an interesting one. I think without Tennessee's spring practice quarterback drama, I would definitely be taking Tennessee in this game because I love Syracuse and I love Fran Brown, but he just lost so much, right? They lost a ton. They were so good down the stretch last year. They got a lot to replace, and I think Tennessee's defense is going to be really good. But yeah, just with Tennessee's drama at quarterback and Joey Aguilar just now being named the starter, I don't know. Maybe there's a chance for an upset there. What you think?
I think it's going to be tough because, like you said, Syracuse did lose a lot. I mean, they're replacing Kyle McCord at quarterback, who broke all the records at Syracuse.
Donovan
But they did,
McNabb records.
yeah. But I mean, they get a pretty decent transfer, Steve Angeli from Notre Dame,
He
expected to
looked
take
really
over.
good in that playoff game when Riley Leonard was down there against Penn
Mhm.
State. He came in and kind of led a couple drives. He looked pretty good. So yeah, I mean, he could come in. He was just named the starter, I think, the other day. So that's one spot to watch for Syracuse.
But yeah, I think Syracuse just lost too much last year, and that they're going to be trying to find those people to fill the void because they lost a ton on the offensive line, completely revamped wide receiver room. They lost a lot of good players like Jackson Meeks last year. I think he was a 900-yard receiver or something
Yeah,
like that.
I think they had a couple of them.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
I mean, Kyle
when
McCord threw for
you had
like
Kyle McCord like lighting it up, I mean,
4,500 yards or something crazy. So
yeah, yeah. And then on the Tennessee side, the defense is going to be solid. Running backs is expected to be a strength of Tennessee. You know, they have shown over the years that they're really good at running the ball. Last year was Dylan Sampson. You know, who's going to step up this year? But the big question mark is at receiver because they lost his top playmaker, Squirrel White, and he went to FSU, which we forgot to mention that too. So
it's live, man.
I know. We'll do it live. It's all good. But that's a huge question mark for Tennessee, and throw in a new quarterback to boot. There's a lot of stuff to be figured out in this first week, especially for these two teams. But I do think Tennessee is just going to be too much for all the losses that Syracuse is backfilling.
Yeah, I think if you're a Tennessee fan, I think you're watching the Tennessee defense to see Jermon McCoy to see if he's recovered from that injury that happened, in the offseason, because he's arguably a top 10 player for the draft next year. Probably the best, one of the best defensive backs in the country. You want to see him out there. You want to see him looking good. I think this game's going to be closer than the spread. I think Tennessee wins. I think Syracuse is going to cover. I think this might be a 7-10 point type game.
I could see that happening.
And nothing on Tennessee. I think their defense is going to be great. I think it's going to be lower scoring than you would expect out of Tennessee, right? But I think, lower scoring than what you would expect of Tennessee a couple years ago, but not for what you saw them do last year. They were not as crazy high scoring last year after the first couple of games of the season. They were a defensive run the ball team, and I think you might see more of that in Atlanta.
Probably. And by all accounts, the reports that you read online is that Joey Aguilar is fitting in with that offense pretty well. So the bar is pretty low for quarterback play at Tennessee over the past couple of years. So if Joey Aguilar can come in and provide a boost and be more consistent in completing passes down the field, Tennessee could be dangerous.
Yeah.
But yeah, give me Tennessee.